So I figured today, when I get a break from calls, I would kind of share like how you can be successful in your first 90 days. Wait a minute, the skin is skidding. Hold on, let me show y'all my routine. So I just wanted to encourage whomever, I don't have a script, but I'm just saying that keep going. Keep going if you're in the trenches of whatever it is. I understand what it's like it seems like you have it all together, but like maybe God hasn't answered this specific area of your life and you really struggling with him about it. Or, you know, maybe you've had the rug pulled out from under you, or maybe you're just like going through like this what feels like prolonged suffering. Like there is another side. All right, y'all, good morning, happy Friday. So I wanted to bring y'all along this let's see, your eyes are falling out. I wanted to bring y'all along this kind of work weekend / creative weekend / travel weekend. We have a lot going on. I just finished my first 90 days at my new role as a healthcare AI program manager and got stellar review. So I figured today, when I get a break from calls, I would kind of share like how you can be successful in your first 90 days. Wait a minute, the skin is skidding. Hold on, let me show y'all my routine. I'll show y'all that in a minute. Anyway, so what was I saying? I got distracted by the glow. What was I talking about? Oh, so I wanted to show y'all how you can be successful in your first 90 days, whether you are entering a new role or if you are interviewing. I know a lot of the girlies have been talking about whether or not you should do presentations when you're interviewing, and I do have thoughts on that being a career coach. So I'll kind of talk through how you can give a 30, 60, 90 day strategy during the interview to stand out from other candidates. And then once you get in the role, what you should do to be successful. And then I have work calls literally all day long. And then tomorrow I'm like forcing myself to make sure that I have at least 1 to 2 days out of the week where I focus on my creative passions. So tomorrow I'm going to be picking back up some of my writing projects. I'm starting a new book and trying to get my Substack off the ground. And the weather will be really nice. So hopefully we can do that by the pool, ideally. So I'll bring y'all along on that. And then we need to pack because Sunday morning I am shooting out to North Carolina, to Raleigh, for a work trip that I have for the most of next week. And so yeah, busy weekend. So I figured I'd bring y'all along. Welcome. If you're new here, my name is Mel. I talk about all things faith, career, wellness, creativity, pretty much how to live your best multi-hyphenate life. And so if that interests you, subscribe and join the ride. Let me tell y'all really quick about the skin, that skinning. I actually went to go see a dermatologist. Y'all need to use that insurance. Use that insurance. I think I did that. I think I showed y'all what I was doing in my March dump, but in the mornings I use this CeraVe acne foaming cream cleanser, and then my dermatologist gave me this clindamycin lotion to put on in the mornings, and then I use the Elta MD sunscreen with moisturizer. I actually do the moisturizer first. This is just a Neutrogena Hydro Boost. So I do that in the mornings, and then at night I just wash with, and I don't have it, so I will insert a clip, but I just use a gentle cleanser at night. And then this really is the holy grail. This is why you got to go to a dermatologist, because I go to Forefront Dermatology. She is a Black dermatologist, Rachel Bush, in Alpharetta. And so this is like her formulated retinoid cream. So it has tretinoin in it. It has hydroquinone, hydrocortisone, kojic acid. I use it to help like fade my dark spots. And it has been working really well and been giving me a glow. I don't do this every single day and night because my skin will start to peel a little bit. But otherwise, it's been doing really well. And then y'all know for my hair, I just do my four Flexi Rise hair done by Glam by Brie. I just went to her this past week to get a refresh for my sew-in. And so, yes, we like a good shake and go day. But yes, I just wanted to intro the vlog, say hello, how you doing? And yes, let's get to the day. I'll go through my work calls and then I'll show y'all kind of what you need to do for your first 90 days. So come along. All right, so now that we have finished the long work day, let's do our quick career chat so that we can set you up for success in your first 90 days within your role. Or if you're coming up on annual review time, how you can kind of think about your role so that you can get promoted within the next year. Okay, we're moving up. All right, so first 90 days, here's what you're gonna do. On the first 30 days, you're gonna come in and you're going to listen, observe, ask questions. You're gonna understand the current landscape and biggest pain points and opportunities. And then you're also going to set metrics for success and set expectations with your boss. So how that looks is that on that first like one-on-one that you have with your manager when you're coming into the new role, you're going to want to sit down and say, what are the metrics for success for this role to prove its value within the first 90 days, 6 months, and a year? What are the metrics for success? And then also, what are the key deliverables that I need to deliver on within the first year? That's going to do a few things. That's going to help you be able to know very plainly from your manager what the expectations are for the role. It's also going to help when it comes to annual review time. You know, when people try to say, oh, you don't meet expectations. Oh, no, yes, I do. And this is what helps with that. Because a lot of times when we are job searching, we don't know how to speak to our experience, or we don't understand how our experience impacts the bigger picture of the organization. And so when you have those metrics of success set up, and I can give maybe a few examples here. That way you know kind of what is the starting point with me coming in, and then as a result of me being in this role for the last 90 days, 6 months to a year, this is the impact that I've had. So maybe they are like, for example, when I came in, they were only doing like 3 AI projects, and now we're doing like almost 30 projects within the first 90 days. I'm able to very quickly show how I brought value within the first 90 days, if that makes sense. So that's why it's really important to understand like what's the current state, what are the biggest gaps and opportunities, and then being able to measure in 3 months, 6 months, one year, how you were able to solve some of those problems. I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. But yes, you want to set metrics for success and set expectations with your boss so you have those clear deliverables and a clear way to in a quantifiable way, be able to demonstrate your impact. And then you also want to be sure that you are setting up one-on-ones with all of the stakeholders that are either going to influence or impact your work, or be impacted by your work. That way you can, one, establish rapport. You don't want to go in the first 30 days like proving yourself and just jumping in without understanding like what's going on. You never want to do that. You want to be able to like really come in, I would say from like a place of humility, like confident humility. Like, I'm here to support you. I'm here to serve the bigger picture. I would love to meet with you one-on-one to understand what is your current scope of work, what are your biggest pain points, and how can this role help support or alleviate some of your barriers, for example. And so that will do a few things. That'll help you understand, again, what are the biggest problems that you need to think about solving. Because here's the thing about job retention. It's really not about being the best at what you do. It's not about being the most experienced or having the most technical skill set. It's really about providing value and solving problems. So when you have those first one-on-ones and you're able to establish rapport, you want to see yourself as kind of like, how can I solve these people's problems so that they keep me on this job? All right, so that's what you want to do. You want to understand the current landscape and pain points, and then within the first 60 days, you want to start identifying both quick win opportunities and then the big strategic opportunities, the problems that you can possibly help solve or contribute to solving that no one else wants to do. So when it comes to the quick win opportunities, you want to make sure that you are presenting yourself as a team player that is willing to take things off of people's plate while you are still learning your role. So let's say that maybe you're shadowing someone on your team and maybe they're struggling managing a particular project or initiative. How can you step in and say, hey, let me help support you on that while I'm still learning? Or maybe you're working with your boss on something and he or she can't, has a lot on their plate. What is something that you can take off their plate, again, to establish yourself as the team player and the problem solver? So that's like, what are those quick win opportunities that you can help with while you're still learning the role? Then when it comes to like the big opportunities that you're going to really show your strategic impact in, what are those projects that no one wants to touch that really needs to be done, but it's too much, it's too political, it's a lot going on, it's a hot mess. Like those are the projects that you want to be able to raise your hand for, because what are we doing? Solving problems and demonstrating value. So you want to be able to think about those big strategic opportunities. Maybe, your company is not doing AI, or maybe they're behind, from a technical perspective, or maybe compared to other competitors, there are all these different things that they could be doing within the organization. That's what you want to be bringing at the 60-day mark, to raise your hand and say, let me try to help with this, solve this problem. So I hope that makes sense. Then when it comes to the 90 days, that's when you're actually going to start delivering on what you said you were going to do. So once you have those metrics for success and those key deliverables, that's where you want to start storming and forming, if you will. You're not going to be perfect, but that is where you want to kind of start getting your feet wet, start taking the lead, start taking some initiative, getting regular feedback from your stakeholders so that you can continue to evolve within that role. So hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if I need to do a separate video or what questions you have, but I hope that was clear. Yes, I am done. I'm closing my computers and my monitors, and I can't figure out if I'm gonna go to the pool or if I'm gonna go happy hour, if I'm just finna watch something on Apple TV. But thank you for being in my career office hours. Book a call if you want to talk more. And yes. Okay, y'all, happy Saturday. We are headed to the pool. I just wanted to come on here and do my encouragement for the vlog, because as I inserted the little B-roll, because I'm still a little nervous about filming in public. So I'm gonna try to get the courage to film a little bit more B-roll for y'all when I'm out and about. But as I was thinking about like how I went to happy hour last night at Carmel and got some oysters and, you know, lobster roll. And then today I went on my solo brunch. Like, I am truly grateful for my life. And I'm not saying that because of material things, but it's more so like the feeling of genuinely having joy and experiencing the season that when you are going through the trenches, when you are literally crying every day, like I think I've sugarcoated it to spare y'all, but let I tell y'all, I was in the trenches the end of last year, like crying every day, nonstop, could not pull myself together. Starting a new job and like in between calls, boohoo crying. Like I was not functional. And I've talked a little bit about like my journey with mental health on I think my first video where I kind of shared my testimony on here back in like 2020. And the thing about it is I don't think maybe people who have a lot of zeal when it comes to like their Christian walk, if you've been going through life with the Lord, you know that there are seasons. There are seasons where things are good. There are seasons where things are bad. And it's not really about showing up perfect, more so than your ability for your faith to withstand the seasons of time. And so I say that to say, like, you're going to go through life. It don't matter how holy, moral, whatever you are, you're going to go through life. And I have really experienced last year, like probably the lowest point that I've been in a long time, because it was one thing like back then when it was kind of like one thing after another, after another, after another. You almost get used to the suffering. It's another thing when, if you hear stuff going on outside, I live in Atlanta. That's all I'm saying about that. If you hear stuff going on outside. Anyway, I'm not re-recording this. But it is one thing when you are constantly going through the trenches and constantly going through suffering and you are just in the wilderness and it's like, when am I going to get out? And that is one thing, and it is very hard. It is also very hard when you feel like God is finally answering your prayers in specific areas and then you get the rug pulled out from under you. That is life altering. Betrayal, getting the rug pulled out from under you, that is life altering. And I am not the same person that I was. Like, that changed my life. It changed not my character, but it changed like my perspective of life and my perspective of faith. And yeah, without sharing too much, like I was really going through it. And so to be on the other side, like how I said in my March dump, like I'm literally experiencing the God who sees. I'm experiencing Ecclesiastes 3 when it says like there's a time for weeping and mourning, and then there's a time for like joy and dancing. Like, and I am on the other side where I am experiencing joy. And my pastor said, you know, God will always make sure you're good even when people aren't good to you. And he will always sustain you. And I am experiencing the God who sustains me. And to be at brunch and genuinely like be joyful and happy, and it not be like, you know how when people ask you, how are you doing? And you have to say you're fine, but you're really not okay, you know, or you have to keep showing up regardless of what is going on. To literally be okay, to literally be probably the most content that I've ever been in my life is a blessing in itself. And so I just wanted to encourage whomever, I don't have a script, but I'm just saying, keep going. Keep going if you're in the trenches of whatever it is. I understand what it's like to it seems like you have it all together, but like maybe God hasn't answered this specific area of your life and you really struggling with him about it. Or, you know, maybe you've had the rug pulled out from under you, or maybe you're just like going through like this what feels like prolonged suffering. Like there is another side. And you have to allow God to walk with you. You have to give him the time to walk with you to the other side. And so I'm experiencing that, man. Like literally, it's like when January 1st hit, God was like, all right, let's go. And I think I shared in my March dump, like how God is making strides in my content and business. Y'all know I'm not the most consistent on here. I'm not on here every day, every week. When I'm here, I'm here. And I appreciate y'all for giving me grace because I'm trying. But, you know, I'm still like getting my coaching calls continue to grow. You know, I got the opportunity to do a LinkedIn workshop for NSB and it ended up winning a national award. I got my first brand deal with a major software company. Like God is making sure that I'm good. And he's also disciplining me and refining my habits and the ways that I cope with things and like my mental health, as far as like, you know, how I talked about cutting back with alcohol and only doing it socially, not keeping it in the home, or, you know, making sure that I'm still like, it's not even about doing workout challenges, but making sure that I'm still taking care of my health, you know, making sure that I'm still spending time with the Lord. And obviously you don't get everything in every single day, but it's just more so like the intention behind it. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, God will make sure that you are good. You have to give him the space and time to move. And that's really all that I wanted to encourage y'all with, because I was just sitting down like grateful, almost in tears, like, man, look at me laughing, kikiing with the person next to me, you know, and genuinely happy. And if you saw my life just 4 or 5 months ago, you would be like, how? How? I need to write a book. That's what I'm writing a book about. But I'm doing it in fiction so that y'all don't tie nothing back to me. You know what I'm saying? But my life is literally a movie sometimes. I'm not gonna hold you. But anyway, I say that to say that keep going. Let God move. God is God. And, you know, I be telling God, I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. So I gotta trust you. I gotta put my all in. I gotta give it all to you, because I cannot carry it on my own. I'm just a girl. And so I encourage y'all to just give it all to him. And that's why I do what I do. And I will say this about my career coaching and like being able to have the flexibility and have the means financially to be able to, you know, go out to eat and go to nice restaurants and travel and do all these different things. Like, that's why I career coach, not because I'm some girl boss or because I'm so passionate about the career space. I'm gonna be real with you. I am not. This is a means to an end, okay? But I do what I do because I want all of us to be able to have the stability that we need. Like if you grew up like me and maybe you were in survival mode a lot of the time, like I want all of us to have the flexibility and the stability that we need to live a soft life, to do the things that God has called us to do, to be able to operate in all the lanes that he's called us to. That's why I career coach. Because if you want to go and paint and you want to be an artist, I want you to have the job that you need that gives you the luxury to be able to do all those things, you know, or vice versa. And so I'm rambling, but hopefully this makes sense and hopefully it encourages you. But we're about to go to the pool. I'm sweating a little bit because I went on a walk after brunch, but we're going to the pool. I'm not doing no other work. I sent my clients their packets for today. I need to pack because I got to leave early in the morning for my work trip. But we are going to dilly-dally at the pool. So come along. I'm about to close out this vlog because sometimes I just end it. I don't say bye, I just end the vlog. So let me be polite. This is a really nice hotel room. I'm in a Hilton. Nice touch. They got my name on the TV. We love the good Hilton. This is probably the cleanest hotel room I've seen in quite some time. I will tell you that, even though I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. But that's okay. This is the room. She's cute. We like it. So anyway, I'm exhausted. I've been traveling and exploring, and I have to get up super early in the morning because we are having an on-site retreat for my job. So I gotta get in the headspace to be an adult again. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this vlog. I will see y'all on the next one. Bye, y'all.